on, guys? Back with another video. So, COVID are arrested for breaking pandemic rules. I don't know why I got the other name wrong, but please forgive me. And I think ever since COVID-19 first came to North America last March, there are a lot of people calling Asian people, Kung flu and claiming that it came from them. Since they're Asian, that means that since it's from China, that means that you're Asian. Since you're born in America, you brought it here. And first of all, that's not even that true. And you got some Asian Americans that were born in the U.S., but that doesn't mean that they're COVID, they're coronavirus, which I think is stupid for you to say. What's even sadder to me is that these pastors, they don't believe COVID-19 is real. I will bet you, since the pandemic started, they weren't even told to wear a mask or, stay social distance. They didn't even do any of that. So I think nowadays, since everything opened back up, everybody is getting vaccinated left and right, and churches are back open, but we're still staying social distance like we're supposed to. If you're vaccinated, that's fine, but you gotta continue to wear a mask regardless, because COVID-19 is still out here. You can still catch it after you're vaccinated. So the fact that he still broke, COVID-19 pandemic rules, it really goes to show you that if you don't believe a pandemic, then you're in the wrongs. Check it out.
Just put your feet apart. That's out. Okay, place your hands behind your back, away from your back. No, behind your back, away. No, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Sir, can you stand up?
You're just doing way too much.
Hands behind your back. What happened?
So he must thought that he can, get away.
This Trump evangelical was arrested for violating Canada's COVID-19 protection protocol. Let me say this. I did not know Canada got down like this. Canada put out a warrant for this man because of his violation of their COVID protection protocol. He then went to the United States. He did this tour spreading misinformation, lying, going on Fox News, the safe haven for all things false. So this Canadian MAGA pastor, his name is Arthur Pawlowski, was arrested on the tarmac of Calgary International Airport as he returned home after spreading lies about COVID-19 in the US over the course of 4 months. Now, how in the hell are you a pastor of a whole church and you got warrants for your arrest? You're not at your job for 4 months. You in another country talking trash about COVID. How are you taking care of the flock, preacher man?
That's how they are.
Well, here's what preacher man was doing. We got some photos. Let's put those photos up. Yeah, look at him.
No mask, no social distance. Can't say I'm not surprised that he's a Trump supporter, so that should tell you something, right?
I think somebody's in love.
Yeah.
Okay, so this controversial conservative preacher was taken into custody on Monday afternoon. He was charged with contempt of court and an alleged violation that occurred on June 5th. He was well aware of the violation. His lawyer, Sarah Miller, told Global News that she didn't have any information about the incident. Well, I wondered, did she have information about this incident when he had the warrants and he decided, hey, let me pop up on Fox News with multiple warrants for his arrest.
He's an idiot, bro.
The pastor was arrested in May along with his brother, who is organizing and promoting illegal gatherings all over Canada. They arranged church services that did not follow a mask protocol or social distancing rules. Both of them were found guilty of contempt in June after disregarding COVID-19 mandates. Hey, listen, say what you want to say about the Canadians, damn it. They are going to protect their country and their fellow citizens as much as they can. So they are enforcing the rule here. Alberta
they doing
Health
right
Services asked during a sentencing hearing earlier in September that Mr. Pawlowski be sent to prison for 21 days and that his brother be jailed for 10 days. The court was also asked to fine this conservative preacher $2,000 and exact $15,000 in cost. The ruling will take place at some point next month. October 13th is the expected date.
You should know better than that.
What are your thoughts here?
You know, I'm in law school and they taught us in law school. I'm sure you were taught this in law school too, Dr. Richey, that you don't get to break laws just because you disagree with them. They apply to everyone, whether you think that they're heinous or not. And in this case, those laws are not heinous. Those laws are in place to protect the Canadian public. They're good laws. He just chose to disregard them and put his congregation at risk of COVID. Clearly, he doesn't care much about them and only about himself. And the punishment for him to be making such a big deal out of it is relatively small. 21 days in jail, like a $15,000 fine. I know he's making money on those Fox News appearances. He's got money to pay that. So just ridiculous. But I'm glad that they arrested him.
Yeah, and it sets an example. It creates a standard. Infractions are only as powerful as enforcement. And when you have these rules on the books, right? But you have no enforcement behind them, those rules, those ordinances, those protocols matter not. So you have to connect the infraction to the enforcement. And that's what Canada has decided to do.
And shout outs to Canada for protecting our country, try to keep people safe. And I think, to me, we don't see stuff like this nowadays, because even though it's now safe to travel, you still have some people out there that refuse to wear a mask. If you're not vaccinated, you have to keep your mask on. But if you are, fine. Sit by yourself somewhere. Don't sit close to people that don't have masks on. Because if they have COVID, you stay away from them. Because you don't want to be put at risk of catching the you-know-what once again. This idiot pastor has the audacity to go on these Fox News, try to spreading lies about COVID-19, thinking that it's not real. But unfortunately, when karma came back onto him, he got arrested and thinks that he could get a getaway at an airport. So hopefully, and just hopefully, that things will be different when the hearing comes next month. And I don't think him and his brother are going to end up learning their lesson, especially if you're putting people in danger with these large gatherings, especially in the middle of the pandemic, which is something that you do not do. So it's obvious that these people haven't learned a thing or two about the pandemic. So let me know what y'all thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you in my next content.